How we doing, Buddha family? Got all these flowering maples. Gonna do a little live them up, give them some more shapes to the topiary, repot them, stake them. Bad leaves like that, take those off. And shoots, they start to shoot out a little too far, so I'm gonna deadhead that top, prune that top off. Oh, need some new clippers apparently. But just snip that top and that'll branch in it too. If you're wondering why I'm cutting off so many flowers, it's just because these are a ways away from me selling them. So these flowers are gonna be long gone by then. So since I'm in here cleaning them up, I just like to get rid of them, and it's less I have to deal with in a week or so. This is all part of the growing thing that nobody sees. It's all this maintenance. It's like you just buy a plant and sell it. Not only are you growing it, but then if you don't sell them in time or you order too many, the plants just keep growing, can't keep staying there. So like you got to go through and you got to deadhead them. You got to pick off any bad leaves. You got to transplant them, which I'll be doing in a little bit. Certain plants you got to add supports when they get too big, which I'll also be doing, little stakes. So it's all this extra work. Not that it's really work, because I love it. Flowering maples are kind of shrubs, so they always try to regrow shoots. So when you see me snipping off the leaves, it's because when I create my topiaries, I like a trunk. And that's why as this grows, I keep picking these off because they always keep trying to reshoot. So now we go from like a 3-inch to a 4.5. Let's move ya. That's better. Break up those roots. Don't forget the sides. That's good. I like to leave about a 1/2 inch of a well so that the water can pool up and really soak these pots. Need a stake. A bit of twisty tie. Bam. Good for another several weeks. How you doing? Look at all those buds. And if you're new to my channel, you might know that flowering maples are probably one of my favorite plants, especially the red tiger butylon, which I'll show you in a little bit. Once I burn through about 6 of these, I'll go show you the big ones I got. My parents that I get all my props from. I think they're gonna blow your mind. When they got this many flowers on them and they're this little, you're not gonna believe the big ones. How we doing? Is that Kasang? How we doing? Happy gardening. So you can see right there, there's the twisty tie with plenty of room in between it for that stem to grow. In case you forget, because you will. We always forget about those, but they can really choke out and kill a plant after so much. When I'm doing this one, I just take this, and I don't want to stick it right on the root ball, so usually I'll go like an inch away, jam it straight in. Then when you do your twisty tie, you just want to do it where there's a leaf node or something to catch it. Because if I did it down here, it would just fall all the way down and not do any good. So I could have done one right above here. Just something to think about. this is a lot of work. It's nice to get in up close with every plant. You know, I got a huge greenhouse. A lot of plants. So it's very easy for me to lose track. Kind of just take general overviews, and now I can get right up. Look at those roots, nice and white. Just confirm that everything's doing really well. All right, that's how it's done. Let me show you the big ones, what you've been waiting for. Let me see if I can flip this thing around. I know you can. So that's what they kind of look like when they're done. Ready for the next stage. But let's show you the big ones. Here's the start of them. These are the red tigers. This is the, fun fact, the only hybrid of Butilon. That's why this one outsells all the others by a lot. Just so cool. So here's some second gen, third gen ones I have growing that I've been shaping. To move down the greenhouse. Here's a lot of the natural ones. So this one is tangerine. Pretty cool. Here we have lantern. One of my favorites is the red, cherry red. Look at that. I love that. They seem to grow the fastest of the natural ones too. This one is passion. She's a little bit shorter than the others, but lots of flowers. Look at all those buds. Over here we have two ones that I've been propping. This one is Frida. Kind of looks like the lantern, but it has a green cap to it. And this one is Sunset. Struggling with the plants. They don't grow as well, and they're very spindly. So they take a lot more shaping, but they got these double cap flowers. It's really cool. Oh, that opens up into a yellow. This one's not even fully open yet. That's my neon rose. So I'll be taking some props from her pretty soon. Hey, look at that bumblebee. Fall asleep in there? So she is exploding. Look at the size of her width. I definitely need to take some cuttings from her, but that's Neon Rose. This is my 4 towers. This is one of my red tiger experiments. I did a pretty cool video on it if you want to go watch it. But basically, I split the stem down there, and then it popped up in a 4 tower. Look how many flowers that is. This plant is insane. You can see why it's my #1 seller now. There's 2 others that I prop. There's one. There's the other one. Part of the thing is they do shed leaves. That's why you got some yellow ones. But so now those are the ones I take my cuttings from. But oof, back to that 4 towers. That is cool. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining me for this live. I love that plant. And now you can see why flowering maples are one of my favorite plants. Top seller, but just so many cool different flowers. You can shape them. You can do whatever you want with them. Just great plants. But till next time, thanks for hanging out with me, Buddha fam. I'll see you around. Happy gardening.